Imagine a world untouched for millions of years, total darkness, absolute silence, until now. Welcome to the Clarion Clipperton Zone, a patch of ocean larger than Europe. In January 2026, this remote stretch of the Pacific became the most valuable real estate on Earth, because scattered across this mud are not just rocks, but the battery stones of the future, polymetallic nodules, packed with enough nickel and cobalt to electrify every car on the planet. This month, the regulations changed. The red tape is gone, and the race for the abyss has officially begun. Billionaires, superpowers, and megacorporations are parking their ships right here. They call it the solution to the climate crisis, but scientists call it the final frontier of destruction. This is the story of deep-sea gold, and why we might be making a terrible mistake. To stop global warming, we decided to electrify everything. Cars, trucks, grids, but there's a problem. We don't have enough metal on land to build the batteries we promised. Land mining is dirty. It destroys rainforests, displaces villages, and creates toxic waste. And the supply chain, it's messy. Human rights abuses and geopolitical choke points. Enter the nodule, it sits loose on the seafloor. No digging, no dynamite, just waiting, pure high-grade battery metal. Just scoop it up, refine it, and plug it in. For tech giants, it looks like a miracle. A $16 trillion miracle sitting in international waters. The pitch is simple. Why destroy the rainforest when we can vacuum the desert of the ocean? But there is one small detail they forgot to mention. That desert is actually alive. The deep ocean is the most biodiverse habitat on Earth. Most species here haven't even been named yet. These creatures live on the nodules. When you take the rock, you take their home. And then there's the plume. Huge clouds of sediment that can drift for hundreds of miles. It chokes filter feeders. It blinds predators. It enters the food chain, the tuna you eat. We recently learned that these rocks might actually produce oxygen in the dark. We are mining the ocean's lungs. The deep sea doesn't heal. A footprint made down here 40 years ago looks like it was made yesterday. So the question becomes, are we saving the climate by killing the ocean? This is why activists are literally putting their bodies between the ships and the sea. But as of 2026, the legal floodgates have opened. The pause is over. Let's look at the tech. This isn't a shovel, it's a hydraulic harvester. It uses the Conda effect, shooting water jets to gently lift the rocks without touching the mud. Theoretically, the rocks are pumped up a 4-kilometer pipe. That's like sucking a golf ball up to the top of 10 Empire State Buildings. On the surface, the water is separated and pumped back down. But at what depth? That's the debate. Companies like TMC claim their new AI bots can dodge sensitive coral patches. Once refined, these nodules create almost zero solid waste. No tailings dams, no toxic runoff. Carbon-wise, it is cleaner. 90% less CO2 emissions than Indonesian nickel laterite mining. The engineering is a masterpiece, but biology doesn't care about engineering. If they scale up, we are talking about strip mining an area the size of the Amazon rainforest. Why is the US rushing this? Because right now, China owns the land-based battery supply chain. Deep-sea mining isn't just about business, it's about national security. The timeline is set. Commercial harvests begin in 2027. Your next car might have deep-sea metal in it, but technology moves fast. New batteries like sodium-ion might not even need these metals in 5 years. We could be destroying the ocean for a resource that becomes obsolete by 2035. It's the ultimate gamble. Sacrifice the deep ocean to save the atmosphere, or find a better way and leave the monsters in the dark alone. Once the lights go out down there, they don't come back on. So I have to ask, would you buy an EV made with deep-sea gold, or should we ban it? This is going to be the biggest fight of the decade. Let me know your side in the comments. I'm tracking the 2026 mining fleet. Subscribe to see what they find next.